What's going on, EasyAgentPro family? In today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the more important things that most people put on the back burner when it comes to their online leads, and that is lead follow-up, and specifically in lead follow-up dealing with drip campaigns and how you're going to be contacting all of your leads after they've come into your database. So what a lot of agents do is they'll get online leads, come into their database, they'll contact them once or twice, or try to contact them once or twice, get nowhere with them, and then they'll forget about those leads, and then next thing you know, these leads will be off dealing with another agent, and they'll try to contact them maybe a few months down the line, and then they'll find out, oh, this person has already bought or sold with somebody else. But a way to prevent this and to keep in contact with hundreds of leads and maybe even thousands of leads once you start growing and expanding in your career is to have a good drip campaign. And in today's video, I'm going to be going over the purpose of a drip campaign and how to create one and what are the main things that need to go inside of it. So let's get right into the training. So right now I'm putting on screen why you want to have a good drip campaign. The simple fact of the matter is most leads will not answer your phone call or answer your text or emails the first or a few times that you try to contact them. The more times that you put into reaching out to a contact, the better your chances of them answering and, getting back in contact with you. And you can also think about this in a personal sense. If you go to a store and say you're looking to purchase a jacket and you walk in knowing you want to purchase this jacket, and when a salesperson comes up to you and says, hey, can I help you find anything? Your natural inclination is to say, no, I'm just looking, or no, thanks, I'm okay. This is the same thing when it comes to your online leads. When they come into your database, of course, either they're, just looking at your home seller's guide, just getting information on homes that are available in the area, looking at what's on the market, comparing other houses to their house, or whatever it may be that they're doing. They're at this point usually just looking. Of course you're going to come up with the rare unicorn that's going to be ready to purchase or ready to sell right now, and they already know that you're the agent that they want to work with because they clicked onto your ad and gave you their contact information. But for the most part, these people are going to have to be nurtured, and they're going to have to be reached out to multiple times and kind of sold to. And one of the best ways to do that is with a drip campaign. Now, what goes into a good drip campaign? Now, for myself, my drip campaigns for both buyers and sellers goes out for 3 years each. And there is a lot of diversity in the communication. This is probably one of the most important things in a drip campaign, is having diversity, because not everybody's going to answer phone calls. Not everybody's going to answer text messages. Not everybody's going to answer emails, but they're going to answer one of the three when and if they become ready to purchase or to sell real estate with you. The next thing that is important is to be persistent and patient with your communication. There's no point of even having a drip campaign or having any sort of follow-up with these people if you're just going to give up after the first couple weeks or give up after the first month or so. You need to constantly be following up with them and be patient that when they're ready, they're going to recognize that, oh, this is the real estate agent that's been reaching out to me for who knows how long. Maybe I should, I have a question, let me reach out to them, or maybe I should reach out to them and let them know that I'm ready. By being in front of them and by always being in their mind, by sending them information, you're going to be the real estate agent that they are going to want to use. The next thing that's important in a good drip campaign is to have a goal in mind for the drip campaign that you're going to use. There's no point in setting up a drip campaign and just contacting people for no reason. There needs to be specific information that you're giving people. There needs to be a specific reason why you're contacting them. So say you have your drip campaign for your buyers. Say that you're on your second or third attempt at contacting them. You're giving them information about certain home buyer programs in the neighborhood. Say on the fifth or sixth attempt at contacting them, you're giving them information on a new subdivision that's being built in your area. Say on the seventh or eighth attempt of contacting them, you're giving them information on some of the things that are special about the neighborhood that they may not know about. You always want to be giving them information that they may not know and things that are going to be helpful for them in their home search down the line. And the same thing goes for sellers and all the other drip campaigns that you have. The next thing that's important in a drip campaign is to have different drip campaigns for different leads. I myself have, like I've mentioned, I have two main ones, one for my buyers and one for my sellers. And these drip campaigns are completely different. They're both giving out information that are going to be pertinent to buyers and pertinent for sellers. And I also have different follow-up as well, of sort of mini drip campaigns for people that I've actually already gotten in contact with different people that are, say, I know they're going to be purchasing in 6 months. Okay, so I know I have to give them this sort of information so that when they're actually ready to purchase, or when they are ready to start working with me, is going to cut down on the amount of time that I have to spend educating them on the home buying process. If I'm giving them all this information over the past 6 months, they're educating themselves, they're getting knowledgeable themselves, and when we start working together, it's a breeze and everything is a whole lot smoother than having to spend an hour or two before you even get started educating them on the process. So that is why I have a different drip campaign set up all the time. And finally, you always want to be making changes and adjustments to your drip campaigns. My drip campaign that I was using, it makes changes almost weekly at this point. Every now and then I'll think of something that maybe I can add to a drip campaign, or I can take away, or if something changed in the neighborhood or something new is coming out. I'm always making these little changes inside of my drip campaign so that I'm always giving the most up-to-date information. I'm always using information that is working at the time, because if you notice that if you're sending out an email on a drip campaign, and on, say, the third email that you're sending out, people aren't responding and they are unsubscribing based off of that email, then you know that's not a good email to be sending out, and you can make some changes to that and see how those changes work. The same thing goes for if you are sending out a certain message, and that message is, eliciting a good response. Maybe you should look at what's special about this certain email or this text message that you're sending out that's eliciting a response from people, and try to incorporate some of that into some of your other messages that you have going out to them. It's all about making these small adjustments that'll eventually cause you to have a better drip campaign, and something that's perfect and suits perfectly for your business. Now, if you like this video, be sure to leave it a like down below. It helps our channel to grow and lets us know that you enjoy these types of videos. If you have any sort of questions, be sure to leave them down in the comment section. We'll be down there answering all of them. If you're new, be sure to subscribe so you're not missing out on any of the videos that we put out. And as always, my name is Michael Hicks, and I'll see you in the next one.